Do you have fussy eaters at home? Do your kids refuse to eat their vegetables? Well, hopefully this recipe will help you out. It's crunchy vegetable nuggets on the One Pot Chef. This recipe is fantastic. It's so simple. It's basically a great way of tricking kids into eating their vegetables because they're pretty much hidden. It goes on the principle of kids will eat anything that's crumbed. So this is how we're going to do it. First, I've got about 1 kilo of potatoes, which I've just boiled, and I'm going to mash them up with my trusty masher. Make sure it's all nice and evenly mashed up. There's no big lumps or anything. We don't want that. That looks good. Okay. Now to that, we're going to add 2 cups of frozen mixed vegetables. That's peas, carrot and corn. I'm just going to chuck it in. You don't need to cook these first, but if you want to be ultra sneaky, what you can do is cook the vegetables first and then put them through your food processor and whiz them up and then mix them up and they become a little bit less detectable. But realistically, it's not really that necessary, but it's only if you've got the absolute fussiest kids in the universe, as I know some people do. You just mix your veggies through. Very simple. Now here you can also add your salt and pepper. You can also add a little bit of tomato sauce if you really want to, but personally I think this is enough. You just got basically your mashed potatoes and your veggies. And now we're going to make them into nuggets. Now it's fairly simple. I've got 3 bowls here. One has plain flour, one has a couple of beaten eggs, and one has some finely crushed up cornflakes, just the normal breakfast cereal cornflakes. The reason I use cornflakes instead of breadcrumbs is because they come out a lot crunchier and they've got a great colour to them. Look perfect once they're fried up. So what we do is we grab basically spoonful sizes of the potato mixture and we just make them into slightly nugget shaped mixed like shapes. That's probably a little too big, but hey, there we go. First step is you make sure it's nice and firm and mixed together and you roll it in the flour like so until it's all coated. Shake off the excess, roll it in the egg, shake off the excess, roll it in the cornflakes. Sometimes it's easier just to toss some on top like that until it's completely coated. Nearly there, that's looking good. This is very messy, but hey. You shake off the excess there and just place it onto a lined dish with some baking paper on it. Once you've filled your plate, you pop it into the fridge, cover it with some cling wrap or plastic film or whatever, and then leave it in there for about 30 minutes to firm up. Then we'll be ready to fry them up. So we're ready to fry these. Now, of course, you can do these in the oven if you wish to, but I find that if you shallow fry them, they come out a lot nicer. They've got a much crisper thing. Now, with shallow frying, you've got to know that you've got to have your oil very, very hot. Make sure it's absolutely as hot as it can get, because otherwise these will just absorb all the oil and they won't cook properly. So, best way to test it is just to take a little tiny crumb off one of these and just drop it in. Get in there. And it will sizzle up instantly. You'll know that's ready to go. So that's ready to go in there. So I'm just going to start dropping these in. We'll do a couple at a time. We don't want to overdo this. We'll just turn them every couple of minutes until they're ready. And there we have our finished crunchy vegetable nuggets, fresh out of the fry pan. They're absolutely delicious. They're crunchy and golden on the outside and fluffy and soft in the middle. absolutely guaranteed to be a favourite. And what's great about these is you can actually turn them into so many different things. Instead of using vegetables, you can put a drained can of tuna in and make them into tuna cakes. You could make them cheese and bacon. You could pretty much put anything you like into them as long as you use the potato base and use the cornflakes as your crumb mixture. The sky's the limit, so I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at youtube.com/OnePotChefShow and check out my email address at onepotchef@hotmail.com. Leave me a message, requests, whatever you like. Until next time, see you later.